It's Motivational Monday, and you know, back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, they started saying, oh, take out all the fat. Fat, bad.
Yeah, but science and technology today has really changed all of that. And here to tell us a little bit more about it is Dr. Tim and Big Jon.
Thank you, Morgan and Whitney. This is Dr. Tim, our health expert. Of course, I'm Big Jon. I'm your fitness expert. So today we're going to talk about, let's think of a nice name besides lies, myths.
Yeah, we can say lies, but myths are a little softer, a little more pleasing.
Now, how many myths do we actually listen to about fitness, health, nutrition, and we put them in as fact when they're actually not even close?
Great point. My thought is, let's look at the history and say, how's that working for us?
Yes.
If we look at everything that we've been told, Big Jon, over the last 40 years, are we getting the results we're looking for?
Right.
So whether it's no fat or low fat and no sugar and just treadmill work, whatever the case is, look at the outcomes. And that's why what we do is different, because we get the outcomes.
Now, Dr. Tim, being the health expert, speak a little bit more about the no fat.
No fat was something that came about in the 70s and parlayed for the next 30, 40 years. So they're always looking at reducing the fat, reducing the fat. What we have found is that there's a direct correlation to the lower amount of fat in your diet and the higher incidence of cancer rates and many other chronic diseases.
That's incredible. And we're pretty much taught the opposite way.
Exactly. We're taught by the advertising groups. We're taught by the media as far as what we think would sell. So again, we always look at the last 40 years. How's it working for us? So what we've found and what we're all about in our programs is you need to add fat to your diet, but it's got to be the good fats.
Now, Dr.
Big Jon, what are some of those examples?
Nuts, olive oil, coconut oil, excellent sources. Salmon, your omega-3s. Excellent sources of healthy fats.
Exactly. So we want to look at increasing our healthy fats in our diet. And of course, anything that's processed is not going to be good for us. So processed fats, we want to try and eliminate those as well.
Right. And you know, you're always looking at a lot of preservatives when it comes to processed fats.
That's exactly right. And what we do in our office is that we check by testing, through metabolics testing. We want to find out where these omega-3, 6s, and 9s, we want to find out where they're at within your body, because that will give us a lot of hormonal problems, which is what we're seeing in our society.
And you know, we've talked about it before. You put garbage in, you get garbage out. So the thing is, the old adage, and this isn't a myth, you are what you eat. And you can see it. You can tell by the way the person acts, the way they function, just their normal state of living. As you get healthier and as you become more fit, you're going to have a better living situation.
So let me ask you, Big Jon, you're a fitness expert. What are some of the myths that you see when it comes to training in the gym?
Oh my goodness, where to begin?
Let's start at the top 3.
I would say a big thing that people say is, the heavier the weight I put on there, the quicker I'll reach my goal. Well, the heavier the weight you put on there without good form, without knowing what you're doing, the quicker you reach the hospital. The next is I can get on the treadmill, put my little book up, walk like this, and I'm going to just burn all these calories off. Unfortunately, that doesn't work either. The big one that I hear is, if I exercise, I can eat anything that I want. I can eat as unhealthy as I want, and I'll be fine. No.
Not today. An exercise program will not replace a nutritional program. Is that what you're telling us?
No, you're dead on, Dr. Tim.
So we need to start looking at exercise from a different perspective. We like to look at something called high-intensity interval training, because we know that if you exercise and you only get your heart rate up to about 30, 40 beats, that you're not getting it high enough to get the benefits.
No, you must obtain your goal, and you must have the knowledge to obtain your goal, and that's why we are Fit for Life.
Boom! That just happened.
Back to you, Morgan and Whitney.